Guys, getting a tattoo apprenticeship can be quite difficult depending on where you live and what kind of tattoo scene is available where you are. If you're in a big city, it might be a bit easier than whether you live in like a small town and there's only 1 or 2 tattoo shops. In that case, you might want to skip a tattoo apprenticeship entirely and just be a self-taught artist. But you are going to have an advantage if you are learning from a really good studio with amazing artists in it. That is going to be the best start for you as a tattoo artist. Guys, a tattoo apprenticeship is what the industry has called it, but it is not a formal qualification, and there is absolutely no guarantee of you actually landing any kind of work at the end of it. These are also not covered by employment laws in most countries, and so you do have to watch out for a lot of scams and a lot of dodgy deals that do go on in the tattoo industry. I'll just show you a few examples. Here you can see that 6 years ago when I was attempting to get a tattoo apprenticeship, I was actually asked to pay £10,000 to effectively work for free for an indefinite amount of time. That is something you want to watch out for. You should not be paying for a tattoo apprenticeship, and you also need to make sure that there is a clear guideline as to when you're actually going to finish that tattoo apprenticeship, and make sure that you're not getting mugged off.
Get people to sign a contract that says they wouldn't leave their apprenticeship until a year was up, and then he would fire them the day of and gather the money on that contract.
Yeah, I had a crazy situation with a studio owner who stole all my stuff.
Make sure that you are not one of these people, and that if you are getting a tattoo apprenticeship, you are getting the best possible outcome for yourself and for your tattoo journey. The old school mentality is that you rock up to all these tattoo studios with your portfolio and you ask for a tattoo apprenticeship on the day. This is quite good for getting immediate feedback from artists on your work, but if you're quite confident that your work is good and you just want a tattoo apprenticeship, then I would just recommend just emailing the studios, because most of the time the owners who make the decisions are not actually in the tattoo shop on the day. So you can't just waste your time going there. It is kind of fun and it is a good little confidence booster to go and walk around, but most tattoo apprenticeships these days are just done via email. So just email your portfolio to all the local tattoo studios, see if they've got an apprenticeship available. Most of the time they're not going to have something, and you have to plug away for a little while before you actually find something that's suitable for you. But that is the best way to start out. So just get your portfolio together and pop that into an email, and just spam that out to as many tattoo studios as you possibly can. So obviously guys, you need a really good and solid portfolio if you are going to get a tattoo apprenticeship. Guys, if you're not a dedicated artist, you are not going to get a tattoo apprenticeship. You don't have to necessarily be the best artist in the world. In some cases, being a really, really good artist is actually a negative for getting a tattoo apprenticeship, because most people do not want to train someone who's actually going to end up being better than them. So that is something to watch out for. If you are a really high level artist, you might not actually want to get a tattoo apprenticeship. You might just want to become self-taught and go that way. If you are someone who wants to specialize in traditional styles, you definitely want a tattoo apprenticeship. If you're someone who likes to do realism, stuff like that, it might not be the best option, because there are only a handful of very high level tattoo realism artists out there who are actually going to be able to learn anything from. So that is something to consider. Guys, another one is to actually show that you are actually into tattoos by having tattoos yourself. You don't have to be completely blasted with tattoos all over your neck and your hands and whatever, but you do need to actually show that you are familiar with the tattoo process by possibly having multiple or at least a couple large tattoos. You don't have to actually get tattoos from that studio. I'm sure that can actually help, but that's just not something you need to do. These guys are running a business. They want somebody who they can get cheap work out of, who can actually do good tattoos, is not going to cause them any issues. And so that is kind of the person you want to be when you are getting these tattoo apprenticeships. Let us know your experience. If you have had any bad experiences, if you've had people try to ask for money in exchange for your free labour, then put that in the comments below and let us know who those tattoo studios are, so that we can expose these people for what they are, which is basically yeah, well, let's not go there. But guys, thanks a lot, and I will see you next time.